Alright, and welcome back to Let's Play Madden 98. Week 3 of the Dallas Cowboys season continues. And did I somehow miss it? There we go. Eagles versus the Cowboys. Both our teams are undefeated, so this figures to be quite a fierce game. We both lead the NFC East. They have, according to this, they have a great running back or a great running back. Somehow, I doubt it's better than Emmitt Smith, really. It looks again like I have a lot of strength on the defensive side and a lot of firepower on offense. Figures to be a tough game for the Eagles once again. This time I'm going to try to go ahead and get a score. See if I can take an early lead by receiving the ball. I'm just trying to change it up. Especially because it's an away game. It's good to get the ball first. And Emmitt Smith is having like an all-time year right now. So I'm trying to eat clock already, even though it's the first quarter. Eat that clock. I like to really frustrate the opponent. This is a toss to the left. It actually looks like they have one extra tackler. Maybe my fullback will get over there in time. He did not. Still a 3-yard gain. So in this play, I'm going to come back with a fullback dive. Get my fullback involved running already in the game. Alright, I'm going to try to see if I can get a touchdown to Michael Irvin. I need enough time. Suddenly this does not look like a good pass play. They doubled my wideouts. Oh no. That was an all-time player error. At least it was only 15 yards. That easily could have been worse. Alright, basically need a miracle now. Man, those comeback hooks are a real killer to the computer defense. Alright, 3rd and 15 became a touchdown. You hear how quiet it is? That is the Philadelphia fans. If I had been able to stop that guy at the 20 instead of letting him get to the 30, they'd be louder. Philadelphia's quarterback is supposedly pretty bad, so the more they pass the ball, the more I'm likely to get turnovers. Irvin Fryer. Man, I haven't seen that name in a while. He's really a long-time NFL pro wide receiver. It seemed like he hung around the league for like 15 years. That's right, he would have been drafted sometime in the 80s. Looks like maybe a holding penalty. I will accept the hold. See if I can get them away from a field goal. Alright, this one's zone heavy. I had two Cowboy defenders fall down on that play. I was very lucky that was not a much bigger play. Alright, 80 strength crash. So what we're doing is well, they're not lined up with the strong side. So that kind of, oh gosh. Well, that was a distressing defensive series. I had 1st and 20, and then 2nd and 11, and then 3rd and 1. And each time they managed to get 9 yards of play and really push it down the field. So I'm gonna have to defend much better. Not sure what was up with that. Could have hit that gap a little better. I think I would have busted that. But I'm going to let the first quarter expire. See how there's 3 sets of offensive plays. I mean, 3 different formations, or 9 different formations I can choose from, including special teams. Defense, you only have 5 formations in special teams. This is 8 formations. That's always been a drag, I thought. Give my offensive line a rest. I won't call the play until there's 20 minutes left, 20 seconds left on the play clock. Third and 4 is a real tough down and distance. I want to try something real brave, like a counter. I haven't run a counter yet all game, so this might be a good chance. They know what I'm doing. So I audibled into a pass. Ooh, and the pass was tipped. 4th and 4. Got to go for the punt. Not happy. Ricky Watters achieved most of his success in San Francisco, where he won a Super Bowl in 1994. Now here he is playing for the Eagles in the late 90s. My first sack, Darren Woodson. First sack of the season. Decided to go with the zone because I've been really burned by passes to the halfback by this team. So I want to not just double the wideouts, but have a lot of guys looking at the quarterback. I feel like I got lucky though on that incomplete. I feel like Darren Woodson really made that defensive series. In video game football, there's always time to run. Larry Allen got a hold. Michael Irvin saved me from a fumble. What a play. Oh, I could tell he was going to be open because of the way they shaded the safety and it was incomplete. It was really painful. I mean, he was so open. Oh, I'm going to run a streaks play. Again, it's not really a Hail Mary. I want to hit the guys about halfway up the field. Once again, go to Michael Irvin because he can actually catch the ball in circumstances like that. I think I'll run the same play, but with two backs. Another Hail Mary. But this time I'm looking to the right side of the field. And Troy Aikman threw that with a guy right on his face. Alright, square in. This should be about a 15-yard hook. See, on that play I got lucky on the left side because the safety actually began to undercut that route, but he drifted all the way over to my tight end, and it left Michael Irvin in one-on-one. And once again, by having a decisive throw, I guess my strategy when it comes to pass, I read left to right. I always try to make sure my Hall of Fame pass catcher is one of my receiving options. And I watch him, and I'm going to make a decisive throw either very fast, or I'm going to immediately look to the other half of the field on the right side, at which point I'll either try to fit it in if I can throw it away. But generally, I mean, if my first option doesn't work out, the passing play is going to really struggle to work. I'm going to start calling timeouts. Alright, I'm going to run right behind Larry Allen, who I'm sure the Eagles have based their game plan around stopping. Eagle fans love their kick returner. There's really just not enough choices for defensive play calls. This has one safety in zone. Otherwise, it's a lot of man matchups across the field and a couple doubles on the outside, at least on the right. And I'm struggling to stop these guys. Alright, this time I'm actually in a prevent, which is a terrible defense, but I'm hoping that because everyone's in zone, we'll actually get the hands on the ball. Yeah, I guess they have enough time for a kickoff or a field goal attempt. Is not good. Alright. The stats. I've had the ball for 6 minutes and they've had it for 3:42. They have 7 first downs and I have 6. I've really struggled to get them off the field. They have 97 passing yards to my 101. I have 67 rushing yards and they have 18. That's a decisive advantage in rushing the ball for me. See Troy Aikman, 5 of 7 for 99 yards and a touchdown. Ty Detmer, I'm not sure how to read that. Wait a minute. Ty Detmer has 44 completions for 71 attempts, 550 yards. That doesn't seem quite right. Nor does Ricky Waters really have 112 yards in this game. I guess I was hoping for game-by-game values. 9 attempts for Emmitt Smith, 63 yards, 29 long, 1 touchdown. Alright, let's finish this. Alright, let's get the ball back as soon as possible. Tough Bronco. This has a couple stunts among the defensive line and some linebacker blitzes. Sometimes it gets the pressure home. Again, even though there were 3 wide receivers, I am running a man, where's the cover 3? I ran a monster. There were 3 wide receivers, but I decided to stay in a running defense, personnel wise. Third and 1 or 2nd and 18? I think I have to take 2nd and 18. As bad as I've been about stopping these guys, 3rd and 1 seems really unstoppable. 50 man. This features a middle linebacker blitz, which is good considering the size of the gaps on my defensive line. Third and 23, man. 3 defensive linemen, and we stuff them in the backfield. This is a pretty vanilla defense. On 3rd and 23, they're in a vanilla run offense. I think they're just going to run the ball with the plan to punt it. I didn't want to do anything fancy and risk giving up a big play. Still, Eagles found their one-on-one matchup. It just didn't get complete. Wow, you are so not allowed to be offsides on a punt. All right, let's see how well we can control the clock. First halfback counter of the first half. Another halfback counter that goes for big yardage. am calling my plays too fast, but I'm very eager to score a touchdown. I can really just feel it. Go down in it. I feel like I could have ran that for 90 yards, as well as I had blocked on the left-hand side. Well, I came into that possession expecting to really control the clock, but instead I just scored as fast as I could. And here we go. Deuce Staley. He ran all over the Cowboys in a very infamous game back around year 2000. I think it was Dave Campo's first year as coach. It was also Andy Reid's first year as coach. Andy Reid went on to have a very successful career as a head coach for the Eagles. Hopefully I'll stop betraying my defense with bad player controls. You know, I've called the strong safety blitz twice. One time I got a sack. Last time I called it, I didn't get the sack, but I did get right on the quarterback in time for him to throw the ball. I think it would work better if this tight end wasn't blocking my safety, though. And the running back. That safety that time got chipped by a tight end and a running back. This time, I'm going to have him be in coverage. Not sure what I expect right here. Field goal. Oh no. I've got to fire my special teams coach. I mean, I had 2 offsides, and now it's 4th down. Maybe it's because I call field goal block. Everybody back off. Oh, your head coach was so engaged in whatever stupid thing he was paying attention to. And he just let them get that easy score on a 4th and 2. I am mad at myself. Once again, I have a feeling this game is going to come down to onside kicks. Just go down. Catch the ball and hit the ground. Alright, we got a little bit less than 5 minutes left. It's time to run. Boy, I didn't know I was going to do that though. Very tense as we struggle for every yard. I'm actually going to have my fullback run the ball. So one reason not to call the play until there's 20 seconds left is that you don't risk your offensive lineman being offsides. You don't have to spend as much time. So you can tell that guy's in man coverage because he follows my slot receiver around. They have a linebacker lined up exactly where I intend to run it. This guy right here. So I believe this is a pull play. I'm either counting on the fullback or one of my guards to get him. Oops. Oh no. Wow. So on that play, I cut it back inside, seeing that I was about to be tackled. I hit too many power buttons and it caused him to fumble the second time in this game. And for the second time in this game, miraculously, one of my own players picked it up. This time it was actually Larry Allen, I think, that picked it up. Let's get the clock moving. Is that a touchdown? Well, I can't say I feel bad for getting a touchdown, but I was hoping just to be able to even run out the clock. Philadelphia had too many timeouts, though, for me just to sit back and do nothing.
And it's good.
Alright, time to suppress them in the 2-minute drill. This isn't that easy. Philadelphia has moved the ball against me with a great deal of ease. I guess it's worth remembering. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. It's worth remembering that Philadelphia is also undefeated, so it's no wonder that in the division they gave me such a challenge. Although I think this may be my largest margin of victory yet, if I hold up this score till the end. So I audibled into a man zone coverage rather than a double linebacker blitz. Let's go with that strong safety blitz. Oh, that is not a nickel down play. There is a free safety blitz, but I'd actually rather not blitz the free safety. Alright, I like these 4-yard gains because they're either going to call a timeout or keep the clock running. Here we go. So when it says that they're in the normal formation, that apparently is the 21 formation. That is 2 running backs and 1 tight end. I don't think that's actually the normal formation anymore. I think most people start off with 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and a running back. So that tight end is supposed to be flexible into the backfield. Makes you realize like why teams want 2 tight ends. They want the traditional tight end, and then they want a wide receiver that can also lead block. I mean, imagine taking that slot receiver and then sending him in motion to the middle of the backfield, where he would then lead block for the running back. So you need obviously a really big dude to play that position. Maybe think of it the other way, might be easier. Instead, you have a fullback who's so athletic he can actually go out to the slot and be a slot wide receiver. Gerald Johnson did that sometimes for the Cowboys in the 90s, and he was a great athlete at the position. There are some other players, though, from the 90s that weren't really such great lead blockers, but they were terrific at every other facet. There's one dude that played for the Cowboys. His name escapes me right now, but he played when Bill Parcells came on. Alright, I called the wrong play. Oh, I wasn't thinking. The Eagles called a timeout. So wait, okay. They call a 2nd down timeout and a 3rd down timeout. I do have to run the ball. And I don't know that I'll actually run it enough to make up for the lost yardage. Oh, idiot. Not only did you run out of bounds, you had a 12-yard loss. Alright. We're definitely not doing a draw. We'll do a strong. I'm going to try to run out the 5 seconds. And it really managed to fuck that one up. 3, 2, 1, 0. I thought I could go all the way. I figured I'd try for it, but instead I'm happy to let the clock run out. Another handsome victory. 98 passing yards, 156 rushing. My rushing yardage is dropping. This hasn't been good. I need to get it to around 200. I really don't need to pass for more than 30 yards a game. You can see how much the time of possession has like dropped. I finally got a sack. I had one terrific punt. There's Jason Garrett at the bottom of the roster, current head coach of the Cowboys in 2014. Ty Detmer actually won a, was it him or his brother that won a Heisman Trophy in college? Rodney Peete was famously Troy Aikman's rival in college at USC, while Troy Aikman played at UCLA. I remember Hoeing, but his accomplishments escape me right now. Ricky Waters had just a terrific game against me, 112 yards. And there's Charlie Garner. Deuce Staley. I'm not familiar with the other two players. Deuce Staley ended up being the most famous in the 2000s. I believe Charlie Garner went on to play for the Raiders, where he was a lead tailback, and he went to the Super Bowl in 2000. And again, Ricky Waters had a terrific game against me receiving. Man, I got to stop these running back receptions. They burn me all the time. Just kicking stats, punting stats. Here we go. Emmitt Smith, 19 attempts, 118 yards. That's a significant drop in my normal yardage attempts. Normally I would have at least 20 attempts. Alright, well that wraps this up. Thanks for joining. Let's take a look at the scores real fast. Alright, and next week, week 4, Cowboys play appears the Cowboys have a bye week 4. So then week 5, look forward to it. We have Cowboys at the Bears. Alright, later.